Hey there guys, this is Flamzeron, aka YouTube's Tasuke, and yet another Switch game announcement that I missed from last E3 was Super Mario Odyssey, and this one I'm actually pretty excited about. My original plan for when I wanted to get a Switch was I was going to wait until Christmas and get Super Mario Odyssey with it. Obviously, if you've seen my 700 subscriber thanks video, then you know how I came across getting my Switch. So that plan's kind of been altered, though I guess it's probably better this way because then I'll actually be able to get the game a lot easier because, getting a Switch, as many of you know, is actually kind of tough, but getting the games is probably going to be a lot easier. Um, Basically what this is, it's a new Switch game, new Mario Switch game that's it's more like Super Mario 64, and you can do stuff with your hat, which was always something I really loved doing in Super Mario 64. Uh, when as a kid, I would always love like getting Mario to lose his hat. I don't know why, but it was just kind of interesting, and I think it's kind of cool that they're bringing that into this. Initially, when I first saw the trailer and like the screenshots and whatnot, I was worried that they were going to do sort of like a weird Mario is missing kind of thing, where it's like Mario in the real world and teach him about and the player about the geography and the world and stuff. Thankfully, they're not doing that. In fact, it seems to the city level seems to be kind of like a weird Nintendo Donkey Kong sort of um, utopia, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what other word to describe it, but it is a fictional city, and of course, there's like a foresty level and a desert level and whatnot. Um, yeah, it seems to incorporate some of the stuff that they've done with Super Mario 3D World. Like you saw, like the arms out running thing that he does, and I imagine you can probably do like the spinning thing and whatnot. But it's gonna play like Super Mario 64, which that's kind of been something I've wanted. I know a lot of people have been wanting that for a while, and it seems like we're finally getting it. I'm gonna try to get the game as soon as I can. I think it's coming out during Christmas time. Like I said, this was sort of the game that I kind of had in my mind was going to be my first Switch game. Obviously, that's Zelda at this point. But I'm definitely looking forward to this. I've been kind of itching for a good 3D platformer. And, I have ukulele as well, so I'll probably play that a little bit. But Mario, I think that'll be another nice thing. And I feel like that game will probably push the push developers to maybe try to make more 3D platformers. I imagine with the team that makes the Tide of the Tasmanian Tiger game, since they've been putting those on Steam recently. I think they actually recently just put out the second game. I have the first two on GameCube. I need to get a third one on GameCube, though they're probably going to put that on Steam too. I imagine they're probably planning maybe towards a legit Tide of the Tasmanian Tiger 4, which I would be all for, because they did one that was sort of like a weird, sort of like 2D, sort of very clip art looking like sort of side scrolling game, but it wasn't really a legit uh tie game. So maybe thanks to Super Mario Odyssey, they may, assuming this game does well, which obviously it will. I mean, come on, it's Mario. But if assuming this game does well, or at least well enough to make people want to make more games like it, we could maybe see a Tide of the Tasmanian 4. So I guess to kind of get to the point, I think I'm excited about this game, not just because it's another game like Super Mario 64, but it also has the possibility of bringing us some other 3D platformers. Because again, I've been kind of hungry for that. I've been kind of hungry for like Secret of Mana clones, or like OG Legend of Zelda clones, like Alundra and Crusader of Senti, which is like the an extremely rare Genesis game, as well as Secret of Mana, of course, but or Mana, whatever. So I think this game will definitely scratch one of those itches. I mean, obviously, it's not going to scratch the adventure slash Zelda clone itch. I only say Zelda clone just because I don't know. Like, I guess Secret of Mana clone is probably a better way to put it. Though Zelda Breath of the Wild kind of itches that scratch a little bit, and Dark Souls did as well. So you could consider that covered. But in terms of the 3D platformer one, I think Super Mario Odyssey will be good. And of course, like I said, ukulele, I have that as well, which I'm gonna try to play when I get the chance. But Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be pretty interesting and fun to play, and of course, being able to take it on the go, that's going to be even cooler. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're probably going to hear more during this E3 when that starts up, or I hope we hear more. Maybe like more gameplay, so we'll kind of get to see sort of how the game's going to be in general. Because sometimes trailers can kind of give you different impressions because there's a lot of cinematic gameplay that's done. So because of that, it can look kind of weird. Like I remember I felt that way with Tales of Berseria, and because of that, I felt like I need to see like legit gameplay, or I need to play it myself because I feel like I don't really have a good handle on how this game's going to play. But yeah, looks pretty cool, and I'm definitely gonna try and get it from my Switch. Alrighty then. This is Flamser on Nikkei YouTube Sasuke signing out. See you later.